Good afternoon and welcome to Who's Right. I'm Sandra McFadden, and today our guest is Dan Kapanke, the senator from the 32nd District, and we welcome you to the show.
Glad to be on. Thank you.
Happy
Thanks
to
for
have
having
you
me.
here. Yes, it's great to have you here. You are quite a guy. You were in the Marines Corps Reserve and in the National Guard.
Correct.
So you served your country, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's a wonderful thing.
It's an honor to do it.
Yeah.
It's an honor to
well,
serve.
and it stays with you for the rest of your life.
No
it's
question.
very important. So.
Two of my sons joined the Marines afterwards, and they spent 4 years in the Marine Corps. One was in Desert Storm, so very proud of them and very proud of the fact that they, too, wanted to serve their country in that capacity.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. That's great to know.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a businessman?
Yeah, my wife and I own the Lacrosse Loggers, which is a baseball team in the Northwoods League. It's a summer collegiate league. We play the likes of the Madison Mallards, and they're a big rival for us here, and a great organization there. And it's just a great league, 16 teams, and it gives college players the opportunity to hone their skills in summer under a very minor league type schedule.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is. It's fantastic. It's great opportunities for the players, and we have several who have gone through our program and gone back to school and then get drafted and are in the major leagues, and so it's just it's fun to watch.
And rewarding.
Very rewarding.
Very rewarding.
Yep.
And you're working with kids, and you
it's
know,
awesome.
you couldn't be happier with that, I bet.
We have many students from UWL, lacrosse, and Winona and Viterbo that intern during the summer. They're in sports management or sports marketing, and they come and really work hard during the summer and sweat a lot, and they get a great experience at running a sports franchise. So it's very rewarding for us to have that opportunity to have these young students come and learn what it's like to work and run a sports franchise.
Incredible.
It is.
Well,
It's
congratulations.
awesome. Thank you.
That's really working with the youth.
It is.
And keeping them straight and giving them an opportunity.
Correct, and it's also providing opportunities not only for the players but for umpires, for the students that want to go on and work for the Milwaukee Brewers or Green Bay Packers or whatever team the case may be. So, and then it's also for us, my wife and I. It's a great opportunity to have 8, 9, and 10-year-old kids, boys and girls alike, come to the park in a very secure setting and just enjoy being around the baseball park.
Right.
It's
That's
awesome.
exciting.
It is.
Yeah. So you've been in the Senate for how long now?
6.5 years. I was elected in 2004, re-elected in 2008, so I'm kind of in the middle of my second term.
I see. And so what committees are you working on?
I'm the chair of the Agriculture and Higher Ed Committee, and I've been in agriculture. I've been on that committee for the length of time that I've been in the Senate. I have a farm background. It's one of my real passions, and that's agriculture. And agriculture in Wisconsin it's our #1 industry. And over 400,000 jobs are directly or indirectly related to agriculture, and we're part of the breadbasket of the world here in the Midwest. We feed the world, and it's just great to serve on this committee and the interests of agriculture.
So serving on the Agriculture Committee, what are some of your duties? What would you say you enjoy doing the most?
Well, the most is to foster the growth of agriculture here in Wisconsin, whether it be through some dairy investment tax credits that we did recently that is growing the number of cows that we have in Wisconsin. Actually, we've had an uptick in the number of cows and milk production over the last several years. And what's happened then is we have food processors coming to Wisconsin, like the cheesemakers. And right now, actually, we're about 15% or 16% short on the number of pounds of milk that we need to produce here in Wisconsin. So we're importing milk. So the real challenge is to grow the cow numbers here in Wisconsin. And,
that's fantastic.
Part of what we do here on the agriculture.
That's what you've been working on.
Yep.
That's very important
Very
for
important.
Wisconsin.
Very.
Well, we appreciate that.
Glad to do it.
Well, we know that you're going through a recall election, and we're just wondering if you could describe your district and the people in it, including the major cities that are involved in your district's recall.
Correct. It's a 32nd Senate district. It's right up against the river, the mighty Mississippi. We have Minnesota on one side, and if you go further south in the district, you have Iowa across the river. La Crosse on Alaska, Viroqua, Prairie du Chien are the bigger cities in the district.
So that's it's a big district.
It is a big district. It's largely rural, other than La Crosse on Alaska, but it's a rural district that, again, feeds off the farmers and agriculture.
Was your district influenced by the people that live in it or by the outside influences on this recall election? What do you think?
I think a little bit of both. You know, I think that I've had a great opportunity to work with union, whether it be state or local employees, for my 6.5 years, and before that as chair in the town of Campbell, to work with union people, and for the most part, they're good, hardworking people that want to provide a service to the residents of their respective areas. But then we had some outside influence as well. I've always said that if, and I've sat down with teachers from all walks of the district there, and you know, if we could sit down and talk one-to-one and not have that union influence, I know that we could come to reasonable common sense solutions to the issues that we face, and I still believe that.
Bargaining
exactly.
Issues. Yes.
You know, what I've said to teachers, and I've attended so many school board meetings in my district over the years, and I enjoy the opportunity to do that. At one time I was certified to teach myself, so you know, I have a passion for kids and for the classroom as well as all the other passions that I have. But I say, you know, you're now sitting down with a school board that has largely been elected by the people in your area, maybe your next door neighbor, certainly people that have interests of the school and the kids in mind, as well as you do as a teacher or an employee of the school district. So I kind of challenge them, saying, what's so difficult? You're still sitting down with the same school board, except this school board now has been empowered to do more for you. And that's really what's happened. And so I think that, you know, I've said, let's all step back into our respective roles. You as a teacher, me as a legislator, the union, and the students in the classroom. And if we step back and do our jobs, I think that we'll see in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, that, you know what, this will work.
Yes, yeah, it certainly will. When the recall came, were you surprised by it? Were you taken back by it, or did you expect it to happen?
Well, I knew there was a possibility. I mean, there was some early talk about recalls, maybe even before we took the vote on March 9th, that there was some talk about that. But I couldn't let that deter me from what I thought was the vote to take in the best interest of the entire state of Wisconsin. Not only for today, not only for the teachers today or the government employees for today, or all of the taxpayers of the state of Wisconsin. But we have to look ahead. We have to have a vision to look ahead 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. How is this vote going to affect us down the road? And I felt strongly, and I feel more strongly today than I did on March 9th when I took the vote, that Wisconsin has a brighter future because of some of the steps that we've taken since January 3rd here in the state.
Right. So now that it's here and you are in a recall vote, what are you going to do to survive it? I've
been in close votes. This will be my 5th election really for either state senate or U.S. Congress. Every one of them has been like 52 to 48 or 51 to 49. Every one is a close vote. My district, the 32nd, trends Democrat. And so, you know, I have to overcome that. I have to reach out to the other side.
Always do.
Always do, always have. I've had union support that have actively campaigned for me in the past elections.
Really?
Absolutely, because I've worked with them where I thought it was the right thing to do, and supported them. So I will continue to do what's right for Wisconsin, whether these people vote for me or don't vote for me. I have to get out there, get my message out there that, you know, as I believe, Wisconsin does have a brighter future because we're balancing our budget. We're doing that without massive tax increases. We're not kicking the financial can down the road, and we're paying our bills. As I mentioned, I live right across the river from the great state of Minnesota. Since December 1st of 2010, we've owed them almost $60 million in tax reciprocity payments. We had an agreement with the state of Minnesota that we would pay that on December 1st. We haven't done it. We still haven't done it. This budget that we just passed allows for that to take place. We need to pay our bills, just like a business would have to, just like a family budget would have to pay their bills. Once you max out a credit card, you stop using a credit card. And that's what this administration and this legislature has done. We've said, you know, the time is now to balance this budget, and it will be us. We will do it.
What's the date of your recall election?
Well, there's I believe there's a primary on July 12th, and so I don't think I'll be involved. There's no candidate running against me as a Republican, but there are 2 Democrats. So there will be a primary in the 32nd, July 12th, and then the general election is August 9th.
August 9th is your general election, and that's when the vote will be up.
Right.
So what are the biggest obstacles that you think you have to clear to win?
First off, again, it trends Democrat, so I'm going to have to get out there and get my message out, and certainly get our people out to vote. We have to identify everybody that is supportive of what we've done and make sure that they go to the polls on August 9th. Now, August 9th is, right in the throes of summer, and people are in our area on the beach, on vacation, so the challenge is there to get the people out to vote. Second challenge is get our message out. Get our message out that because of what we've done in Madison since January 3rd, there have been some very positive results. We've jumped 17 points in the CEO magazine's poll of the states where it's best to do business. We were 41st just a year ago, and now we're 24th. We've grown about 25,000 jobs.
Wow.
We've already had a re-estimate of revenues coming to Madison that has been up to the tune of about $600, and a lot of that is coming from income taxes. Well, that means people are working. It's exactly what we want. We want people to be able to get up, go to work in the morning, pay their bills, and support their family. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. And those are the goals that we're striving to achieve here in Madison.
Well, that's great. Do you have offices to set up to work with you in your district or around the state that are currently in operation?
Yeah, we have a campaign office in La Crosse that we're working out of. It's right in the heart of La Crosse. And, we're running this campaign similar to a campaign I ran a year ago when I ran for the 3rd District U.S. Congress seat. And it's a far-reaching campaign. We've gotten support from all over the state, and I even got a nice letter and a $5 bill from, I know, a little old lady from New York City.
Oh my gosh,
so,
wow.
We've had national attention here.
Yes.
There's a lot at stake here. I think we're at a defining moment in time here in the state of Wisconsin and in this country. There's no question about it in this country.
We are. There's well, that's true.
Is there a will? Is there a will to balance the budget? Is there a will in Madison and in Washington to pay our bills and not kick that can down the road for the next generations to come?
Yeah.
That's what we're facing right now.
Right.
And the people are going to decide that. And I have great respect for the process that we have and for the vote that may take place here. I really do. It's up to the people.
That's
but my challenge is to get my message out there.
And
what we're doing.
That's what you have to do.
That's my challenge.
What's important. And that's what we're helping you do today here at Who's Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate the
Senator
opportunity.
Kapanke. We really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Who's Right, and go to our website, whosright.org, and let us know how you feel about this interview. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching.